if your guy is only interested in you for sex? Well, the first thing to consider is, what does he talk about with you? What is the conversation like? Well, say for instance, you are on a dating site and you receive an email, and the email goes like this: "Hey, beautiful, I would love to get to know you. You have beautiful legs and a beautiful backside. I would like to love all of you." Or does his personal or profile say, "Hi, I'm a handsome man, suave debonair, multilingual, and I'm interested in a woman who can love me from head to toe, and she's got to love to do it." That sounds familiar, right? Or his personal says, "Casual relationship." Well, here's the first thing you should consider upon meeting a gentleman is, what is his conversation about? Does he talk about feelings, establishing a committed relationship, or does he speak about the type of lingerie that you have in your drawer, or does he constantly talk about how sexy you are, how beautiful your breasts are, how beautiful your lips are, and what a big backside you have? That's the first sign that you should be considering what he talks about. The second thing that you should consider when trying to determine whether he wants you just for sex would be, ask yourself this question: what do we do when we're together? What do I do when I'm with him? Is the majority of your time spent together in the bedroom or on the couch watching a movie where he snuggled next to you and his hands is going, into your private area, and comments are made about how beautiful and how sexy you are? Does he take you out? Does he show you off to his friends and his family? Does the time that you spend in the bedroom or intimate, does it weigh out with the other things that you are doing? If after careful assessment that you find that you are only spending time in his bedroom or yours, activities in the bedroom, it doesn't mean that you have to be having sex at this point. It's just that he's trying to get to second base. So he will suggest, let's go upstairs to your bedroom, let's watch a nice movie. And the first rule is that you shouldn't be taking him in your bedroom in the first place, because when you invite a man into your bedroom, you are actually saying, I want to be intimate, I want to have sex. Because remember, ladies, men are from Mars and women are for Venus. You may just want to invite him in to watch a movie, but he is thinking about sex. Remember the thing with Tyson and the young beauty queen? She should have known that when a man invites you up to his hotel room, it is about sex. The second thing that you should be considering when you're trying to determine whether or not he wants you just for sex is what you do when you are with him. Do you find yourself spending most of your time in the bedroom? Activities in the bedroom. He's trying to get second base, so he's going to suggest activities that can lead to early intimacy, like watching a movie in your bedroom, on the bed, or on the sofa, all covered up. Or he takes you out to a restaurant. So what he knows, well, if I got to do something so that she doesn't catch on. So he takes you out to a restaurant, and in the restaurant, he takes your hand and he puts your hand on his private part, or he tries to slip his hand down into your private area. These are indications that he is only after sex. Does he want to take you out? Does he want to take you to show? Guys that are only interested in sex will say things like, you know what, I don't feel like going out tonight. I just want to spend some private time with you. I want to get to know you better. So any attempt of activities that would incorporate emotionally from him will be put down, and he would say things like, oh, I'm just too tired. I just want to just be with you. Number 6, ladies, look for signs of general disinterest in your life. What happens when you start to discuss an event that's important to you? It may be about your children, it may be about your job, it may be about a video, it may be about a book that you are writing. What happens when you start to discuss things that are important to you? Does he turn back the conversation to a previous conversation that is sexual or of a physical nature? He may be trying to not develop an emotional entanglement with you. So therefore, when you do speak of things that would involve an emotional investment, he pulls back from that. Divas, ask yourself what you know about him. Guys who are usually only interested in women for sex will give very, very few details about themselves. What happens when you ask them questions like, are you the firstborn, the secondborn, or the thirdborn in your family? What happens when you ask him how many sisters and brothers that does he have? What happens when you ask him about he tells you his wife is widowed. What happens when you ask him about what happened to his wife and things of that nature, things that would incorporate him investing emotionally in divulging information about himself? Does he take you to meet his family and friends? Do you know how many brothers and sisters he has? Do you know his mother's name? Do you know his last name? Do you know his middle name? Do you know where he attended school? Ladies, I work in labor and delivery. I'm a nurse, and I gotta tell you, when I'm doing birth certificates at work, there are women that are actually married to these men that do not know their husband's middle name, and some know, but they don't even know how to spell it. Or they say, honey, where were you born? What year were you born? They don't even know the man's social security. Unfortunately, a lot of these relationships that start out where the man is only interested in sex actually go all the way, and it's a sad thing because these women will never know the true emotional commitment from a guy because they married someone that was supposedly only be in their life for a short time. Divas. And lastly, the best way to determine whether or not a guy is using you just for sex is your instincts. Trust your instincts. I've heard Tyler Perry say in one of his movies, or should I say Madea say, you want to know how your man is cheating? Well, if you want to know how to tell if a man is using you just for sex, you think it. If you're thinking that the guy is using you just for sex, then he is. That's how you know really whether or not a guy is into you just for sex, is because you are thinking it. If you have to ask me or someone else questions about this guy's motives or give situations about this gentleman, then you are, honey, you are just an interest of sex of this man. And again, this is Black Female Loving 2, how to determine whether or not a man is using you just for sex. Wait a minute. Retake. The last way to tell, and the most 99.9% way to tell if a man is just wanting you just for sex, is that he tells you. And again, this is Black Female Loving 2, and I just wanted to help some of you divas out there with how to tell if a man is after you just for sex.